Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Live Trading Alerts webinar, Mondays with me. I'm Rick. Today's date is July 25, 2022. It's a Monday. I've got a scan I want to share with everybody, among other things, and I also would like to look at any charts you might have, any questions you might have, things like that. Target is one that is fitting the bill right now. I'm waiting for this scan to populate here. Let's see, we're going to start this over. The reason I'm waiting for this to populate is because I have one here. This is mine. Mine has a very limited number of stocks on it. We can certainly look at this one until this starts to populate. I don't have a problem with it. Oops, let me make this stay on top. There we go. Okay, so again, welcome everybody. Please ask questions. The successful trader asks questions. The successful trader down the road, early on in the game, asks lots of questions. The successful trader gathers all this information, and some of it this trader might not use, and all of it the trader might use. But what the trader's doing is they're gathering all the little tidbits from somebody that's been doing it a long time. Not everything is right for that trader, but what you do is you put it kind of in a box, you shake it all up, and then you pull out what makes sense to you, and you tweak and you dial in and tweak and dial in the early stages of trading, and that's what makes you a successful trader down the road. If you think you're going to be a successful trader the first week out of the gate, let me save you a ton of money and just throw in the towel right now, okay? But if you're here, you're ready. Was the volume on? Did everybody get that? Just want to be sure. I'd hate to have to repeat it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Okay, I love scanning. If anyone hasn't figured that out by now, I love scanning. And let me share some things with you. You've all heard of most I think have heard of the pinball setup. Did you know it took me over a year to figure that out? This line right here, dotted deuce. Did you know it took me between a year and a half and 2 years to figure that out? The rounded bottom breakout took me probably a year to year and a half to figure it out. I like scanning. So what does all that have to do with? I'm always scanning for ideas. And when I find those ideas and I'm happy with them, and sometimes it takes a year to do it, because while I'm not a back testing kind of person, I think back testing is a load of baloney because there's way too many variables out there, way too many. But trading right now, using the variables as they happen, can help you. I'm going to dial this down now right here. Okay. Dial it down just a little bit. There we are. Anyway, I play a lot around with scans, and the scans, what they do is they create a type of trade that I want. And sometimes I get them too tight and I have to redo it and whatnot. But here, I think this is a pretty good one right here. So I am going to make one change. No, we'll leave it like it is, okay? So in this alert here, I'm looking for stocks that is in a 3/8 trap. We'll look at, since this one's moving, this is the one we'll look at. It's simply a 3/8 trap right here. You see there, pretty simple. It's on the daily chart. And I want minimum recent volume. That's kind of one of the newest alerts that Ed has created that I really like. And right now, everything's at 400 shares per day, not average, per day. Well, yeah, minimum per day for the past 50 days. I kind of dig that. And I have this set to a 15-minute. Now, let's back up for a second. This here is set on the daily. The 3/8 trap is set on the daily. The volume is set on the daily, but I want to be alerted on the 15-minute. Notice this little 2 over here. This is telling me that I want a 2-bar high on, or 2-bar low, which, you know what, I am going to take that off. I want a 2-bar high because we're going to be looking at, since the market is leaning toward the bullish side at the moment, we're going to only look at the bullish side of things. And I have it at the 15-minute. So 2-bar high on the 15-minute in a 3/8 trap. So this is going to take a minute. All right, so we'll take a look at this one while we're doing it, okay? Take WMT. This is a 3/8 trap. Notice this right here. Notice it says 3/8 trap right there. I have this dialed in so I can see it. I don't need the 3 up there because that just clutters my chart. Just absolutely clutters it. The truth of it is I can eyeball it. Anybody that's paid any attention about it, okay. Now I got to get back on my thought. Anybody that trades a 3/8 trap for any 3 days in a row or looks at a chart, you really don't need the 3 up there. Truthfully, you probably don't even need the T-line either. You can probably see it. I can see this as a 3/8 trap. So let's go to the 15-minute. And now this one I dialed in for just a 2-bar high. 2-bar high. See, this is coming in 2-bar low. See how we have a 2-bar low? Let's go take a look at a firm. A firm. See how we've got a 2-bar low? But we're in a 3/8 trap. So what I'm wanting is this to populate. Come on. It'll get there in a minute. So here, let's get one that, take TDOC. Here's TDOC. We're in a 3/8 trap, and here's the 15-minute chart. And you can see right here, it did at this period of time create a 2-bar high. Right here was a 2-bar high. Make sense? So 2-bar high on a 15-minute chart, in a 3/8 trap on a daily chart. These are entry setups for me, is what these are. These are entry setups for the long side. There's an Apple. Look at Apple. We're on a 15-minute chart. We're making a 2-bar high. Go to the daily chart, and you've got a 3/8 trap. So what I'm here. Let's get rid of this. There we go. What I'm looking for is a daily 3/8 trap, and the 15-minute pushing buyers in, or buyers pulling price. So I can go to a 15-minute chart. If I see that 15-minute high, 2-bar high, how simple would it be to set your stop up either below the 2-bar high, midway, using the 2 bars, the 2-bar low as a stop, or midway of the second bar back rather than the low, or if you're just scared to death, you could put your stop up here. How tough does it get? Pretty simple, right? Can I get a right? Anything? Just want to make sure we're okay. Cool. Thank you, John. Thank you very much. Can I get an amen? Amen! Thank you, Mike. All right, here, we've got some coming through now. So let's go to a daily chart, prove that MS is a 3/8 trap. It is a 3/8 trap. See here, 3/8 trap. It says 3/8 trap, so it's a 3/8 trap. So we're a 3/8 trap on the daily. Now, we want to look at other charts in there. We want to look at other reasons, other conditions, other things in the chart. For instance, we might look at this and say, hey, we're digging the 2-bar low. Hey, we're digging the trend. Hey, we're digging the breakout of that bullish W pattern there. Does everybody see the bullish W pattern? Right here. Okay. We just broke out of it. Maybe we're digging the fact that it's above the 500 period moving average. Now what? Well, we were alerted here. Let's go look at the 15-minute chart. Are we getting a two-bar high 15-minute? We sure are. So now what if we set our stop? I'm gonna go with the low. So the low of the 2 bars there. Go back to the daily. You're either right or you're wrong. The market is either going to pay you or it's only going to take money from you that's extremely limited, okay? Now, somewhere along the lines, you've got to decide if this is a bullish market, if you want to trade this market to the long side, if you want to trade this market to the short side. Really easy. Real simple to make this decision, okay? Make sense? Let's look at ENPH. Here's ENPH. There's our daily. Do we like the chart? And we've got to ask ourselves those questions. Are we comfortable with this? Are we comfortable with this top? Yes, no. If you're not, then you move on to a different chart. 2-bar high on the 15-minute chart. Let's just put our stop at the bottom of that doji right there. Go back to the daily. Now you're trading, which that's kind of tight, isn't it? Okay. So we want to be careful with that. We don't want to go too tight. So what are we thinking here? Maybe right here. Would we be comfortable with that? I would. I think, yeah. Yeah, we're still there. You guys see how this could help with an entry? On this, I've got no trend. I've got nothing. I don't think I do. Yeah, all I've got is a 3/8 trap and volume. If you want to put a trending chart in there, you can put a trending chart. If you want different watch list, you can put a different watch list. You can put a lot of stuff in here yet. This is pretty bare bones, isn't it? Pretty bare bones. Anybody like the idea of this? So here's tap. See, we could put a trend in it and tap would have come up. Here we are, 3/8 trap on the daily. There's your 15-minute 2-bar high. Pretty easy. What if you don't like a 15-minute? I don't use a 15-minute. I want an hourly. Okay, no problem. You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna duplicate this one so we don't mess that one up. Where's it at? Oh, let's try it again. Maybe I didn't do it. Duplicate. There it is. So maybe you're into the hourly chart. Well, guess what? All you got to do is change this to the hourly. That'll give you a 2-bar high on the hourly. And we're looking for it in a 3/8 trap. So we're going to save that. Now this is going to have to take a minute here. Let's look at ATVI. There's the let's stick with a 15-minute until this one populates. Stay on top. There we go. So here's the 15 minutes. See the 2-bar high? Let's go put our stop in before we even look at the daily. I'm going to put a stop right here. So what does that represent? A whopping 0.5%. Here's the daily chart, and it's a 2-bar high. Now, because this came up with a dark candle, I'm kind of a white candle kind of person or a green candle kind of person. So you can change that so you only get these on the daily if they are what I call a bullish candle, which would be white in my case or green for a lot of people. You can certainly change that. All right. Here's a firm. Daily chart, 3/8 trap, 15-minute, 2-bar high. Now, if you wanted the 2-bar high to be above a moving average, you can make that happen. Sometimes it drives me crazy. Sometimes I'll be getting in that sleep, just sort of. I'm right there. I'm not quite in my rim. I'm not fully there. All of a sudden, I'll think of something, and I have got to go turn my computer on, and I've got to go check this out. I have gone sometimes where I got an hour of sleep because I come in here, I start doing this, and maybe you like this idea, but you want it with something trending here or something trending there, or maybe you want the market doing this or the market doing that. Well, then you build on that. I had a really nice compliment last night for anybody that was at the members rounded bottom breakout class. And by the way, we're doing another one today at 2 p.m. Eastern in the Hit and Run Candlesticks trading room. But I had a really nice compliment. I really wish I would have wrote down who said it. They said, "Man, you seem to find really good-looking charts." That's because I spend a lot of time doing it. Now, if you don't want to spend that kind of time, take advantage of some of this stuff right here, okay? Take advantage of it. Hey, I need to check some positions here, make sure we're still doing okay. All right, I'm good. All right, let's look at Lily. 15-minute Lily. I guess that's what it was reading right here. It picked up a 2-bar high here, but then it is pulled back here. Oh, what? There we are. Yeah. SYF. There we are. 2-bar high, daily chart, 3/8 trap. I like that. Hey, why is this not percolating? Oh, let's try this again. All right, there it goes. Maybe now it is. We've been open 2 hours, so it should be working. Okay, I could sit and look at these all day long. It won't do any good unless you ask questions, so I'm here for you. If you have any questions about any charts, please ask. Let me ask a question of everybody here, okay? The answer cannot be education, and the answer cannot be learn. It cannot be anything related to that. I would really prefer the answer to be to the point, okay? If you don't mind. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why do you come to any webinars? You can't learn, you can't use the word education, you can't use the word learn. Those are too broad. Come to the point. Bring it to the point. I would love to hear from everybody. We try really, really hard to put something together to help, we just try really hard, okay? So, Elaine, to avoid losses, how's this webinar going to help you avoid losses, okay? Because I'd love to talk about that. I really, really would. But I need to know what area we are, okay? Hey, John. John says, I like X-ray. Ooh, X-ray. There. Ooh, I like that too. For the watch list, broke down the trend, needs to make a lower low. Yeah, we need to get that lower low here. So let's talk about this. Short, get that lower low. What about a long, a breakout, and then a higher low? Got some potential both directions here on X-ray, I think. Yeah, I like that. So short, if we come down below those lows, what if we break out and make that higher low? So what if we break out, make a higher low, and then we start getting bullish? Rock and roll, man. Yeah. Stan, to find reliable swing charts in a challenging market. So you just want me to tell you good charts that are looking good, Stan? And it's okay if your answer is yes. All right? That's fine. That's fine. Uh-oh. We've got some alerts going on the hourly. Let's start with the hourly. Look at COF. There's your hourly 2-bar high. There's your daily chart, 3/8 trap. Pretty nice, huh? HPQ. There's your 3/8 trap. There's your hourly 2-bar high. So something like this. Let's look at stop options. Elaine, this might help you, okay? Look at stop options. So I don't mean options. I mean like look at your options for a stop, okay? So I'm looking at this, a 2-bar high. Ask myself, why do I like this chart? Well, I like it because it's coming up on this scan. That means that, I like the 2-bar high. That's one of the things I like. So what I'm going to do is if it's not a 2-bar high, then I'm not going to like it. Okay. The next thing I like is the fact it's a 3/8 trap in the daily. So with a 3/8 trap, I might put my stop right here at the T line, a close below the T line. So do you see the possible areas for a stop for you? See how that might work? Stan, to find reliable charts for swing trades, number one is to put a trend in place. That's number one. Put a trend in place. Okay. Let's right here, HP. I don't think that's a good enough trend. Let me see if any one of these show up, and I'll show you. Whoa, that's certainly not it. Okay, we've got a low. Let's go to this chart right here. We've got a low, we've got a high, we've got a higher low, we have a higher high, and it appears that we have a higher low. So you've got 1, 2, 3 higher lows. I'm going to call that a trend. Okay? So you want to put your trend in place if you want reliable swing trades. You want to stay away from the bottom. At least 3 taps. 1, 2, I'm going to call that 3. So now from here, I like the idea of a 3/8 trap. So now we have to go back over here. You can see the 3/8 trap right here. And now look at the hourly. There we go. You're getting momentum in the hourly. You're getting bulls interested in the hourly. Now, if you don't like the hour and you want the 15-minute, that's okay. You can do that. But remember, you said you want reliable swing trades in a challenging market. So you want swing trades that are already swinging. And you just want to get involved with one of their swings. Make sense? Thomas. That chart is just bona fide ugly, okay? That's just simple as that. I don't like that chart. But we have a 3/8 trap on the daily, and look at the 2-bar high on the hour. But that's just a bona fide ugly chart. AMD. I've got interest in AMD. What are we? On the hourly, there's our 2-bar high. Go to the daily. We're in a 3/8 trap. Now, for Stan, I don't believe that's trending enough for you. Okay? I don't believe that's trending enough for you. Elaine, for a stop, let's go look at our stop. I like the daily because it's in a 3/8 trap. If it's no longer in a 3/8 trap, I wouldn't like it, right? So right here, I wouldn't like it. Let's go to the hourly chart. It's a 2-bar high, right? What if it wasn't a 2-bar high? Well, let's put 2 lines up. Let's use the bar. There you go. There's your choices right there. There's the daily. Pick your stop. Which one do you want to use? There is no right or wrong here. Make sense? Let's see. BM has a question. Let's see. OLNMN, consolidating. Let's get rid of that line. There we go. Consolidation. Let's see. Do you think possible bullish continuation? It's making that, yeah. So Stan, for you. Sorry, BM. We're going to share this trade. You've got a low, higher low. I'm going to say you have a higher low in here. You've got 3 higher lows. I think this just might be trending well enough for you. Okay. Now let's look for the trade. A 3/8 trap. I look at this chart and I suspect we're gonna maybe get up in this area, close to that. We could stop at 53 and a quarter too. That could be a stopping point. But let's do this. There's 13%, so that's the swing that I would be looking at, and it could stop before we get there. So we could be looking at 9%, 10%, something like that. I'm going to lower that just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so the daily chart, not looking too bad at all. Here's the hourly chart. I think I might want to wait till I get that 2-bar high alert again. I want to make sure that we're working here. Okay, I want to make sure we're working. So you see how we went from say on the hour, and I'll pull up the 15-minute too. See how we went from a bar to a high. Actually no. We didn't get a high in here. So there's a 15-minute chart. You see how we need to see that. Show me that there's some momentum going on. And now we can make that trade. Okay? Does that help? A little bit? A little bit. Alrighty. One of the things let me just share with you right now, the sellers are picking the ball up a little bit, okay? So be a little bit cautious. Don't let winners turn into losers. Yeah, don't let winners turn into losers. Working with these scans, I have scans for a lot of different things. And one is the rounded bottom breakout. I love the rounded bottom breakout. This is a rounded bottom breakout right here, between right there and between right here. And there's also short setups. The rounded bottom breakout is not just longs. You can trade short from it as well. And all you're doing is trading from major moving averages. And you can set scans up like that. Piece cake to do it. When you get to a point as a trader where you know exactly what you want, like this, I want to trade. Now I might have 5 different setups. This might be the only one where we're using the 50 and the 200 to rounded bottom breakout. I may have one that breakouts, all 52-week highs, all-time new highs, things like that. But once you decide which one of those you want, or multiple of those, then it's easy to build a trading routine around them. It's very easy to build that. Like this right here. I have the rounded bottom breakout set up with not just longs, but short. And Chewy, as an example, I went short Friday, currently up 11%. Is that right? I don't want to lie to you. Oh, 12%. Currently up 12% on this short setup in a rounded bottom breakout. And all we're looking at is trading from one major moving average to another major moving average. The only question we have to ask ourselves, are we trading up? Are we trading down? And then trade accordingly. Anyway, those are the kind of things you can do with the scanner for anybody curious on that. All right, let's see, Johnny. How did your class go? Missed you last night, but had a good time with Ed. Not a problem, Johnny. It's recorded. I can't say for sure if it's actually uploaded. I don't know that 100%. But as soon as it's uploaded, I'll send it out to members or tell you where it's at. That's what I'll do. And then we're doing another one tonight, and I'll certainly, record that one as well. But having a good time with Ed, yeah. Ed knows how to party, doesn't it, Johnny? I crack myself up. So AMD's popping up here, and I am interested in AMD. This is on my watch list. But it needs to do some things for me. I don't want to jump in just because, we're here. I'm waiting for it to show me some strength, because right now all it's showing me is weakness, and a doji is not strength. That's not what a doji is. So another thing too is I'm not interested in hurrying up to buy it. Why should I be? So I can make more money? Well, that's a dumb reason to trade if you ask me. Sorry, but it is. I look at this and I'm going to take from the 50 period moving average right there to the 500 period moving average, and that's 10%. I'd be perfectly happy with that. I'm going to take from the 50 period moving average to the dotted deuce, and that's 12.5%, and I'd be pretty happy with that. I'm going to take the 50 period moving average to the 200 period moving average, and I would be ecstatic over that. This is my playground to trade. I don't need to hurry up here. And one reason why I don't need to hurry up? Because I have this lovely tool right here. I have this lovely tool. One of my favorite scans is, my favorite entry is one of two entries. Okay, let me share those. Let me share that with you. Let's do this. How can I? All right. One favorite entry. Whoops, that's not really what I wanted. There we go. Is we move up, and then all of a sudden we move down. And then we get green again. That's what I like. I like a green candle. I rarely buy on negative candles. So one of my favorite entries is a buy below the highest high in the past 5 days. See, that would qualify. Okay. My other favorite entry is this is the T line. And then this is, I'm going to do this one in pen. And then this is a 3/8 trap. Now, to get to the 3/8 trap, price has got to do this. And then it has to pull back, which actually, let me change it. Since I already have this green, we're going to put price in a different color. Price has got to do this. Now, to get the 3 up there, price has to be high. So now it pulls back. And now I'm going to watch for a green bar. I mean, these are very similar, and many times they cross over, okay? One is not super unique to the other. Every now and then you'll find one of these. It's not a 3/8 trap. If the stock has gone real high, some sort of parabolic move, that's 3/8 trap won't be in there, but this will. So anyway, those are my two favorite entries. They're essentially the exact same thing. Okay, so with that said, see this dashed line here? This is the 50 period moving average. So what if I could get the right tool? There we go. I'm gonna use this color here. What if I could sit patiently and I don't have to hurry up, because I can be alerted when price breaks over the 50 period moving average and sets up in a trap. And what if I told you you could use a trap, the 50 period moving average as the bottom, and you could use the 3 as the high? Same as this, but instead of using the T line, use the 50. So what if I told you could do that? You could set that up. So you could say the alert, you're going to use the word recently. So you could say, okay, I want to see stocks where price has recently broke out of the 50 period moving average. Now you're going to have to know how many days. Why don't we just pick 14 days? You can pick 10. I don't know that there's a super secret special number, okay? I wouldn't spend the time trying to find it. I would pick a number that makes sense. Look, if you have a breakout and you have a pullback, how many days does that typically take? And you're not going to be right. I'll tell you now. So just go look at a chart, and if it has, let's call this the 50. 1, 2, maybe 3 days, a pullback, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 days. Maybe we should just use 7 days. So you say 7 days, and now we're looking for a trap right there. The trap, and then looking for the buy signal right there. So I don't have to, while I want to be an AMD, I do not have to rush in right now. I don't have to say, look, I better buy this because I'll never catch it. And I don't want AMD to take off and then miss it. I hate that when that happens. I know you guys do too. So when that happens, and it happens, what we start doing is we start taking more risk, because I want AMD. So rather than wait for it to move, I'm buying it now. By God, I'm going to be ready. Darn straight I am. No, I'm not. I'm going to very patiently, very calmly wait for it to come up on my scan, crossing the 50 period moving average and then a 50 period moving average trap. Right there. How sweet would that be? Are there any other questions? Let's look at RBLX. So here's RBLX. This is my scan here. We're just, we were 3/8 trap here, then it backed off. Here's the 15-minute chart. See the 15-minute bar high right there. So let's say that was in reference of either last Monday or the week before. There was no 11:45, right? He said you were. Oh, okay. Thanks, Johnny. All righty. Any chart questions? We are running out of time if we don't have any questions. I don't know what else I could talk about, to be honest with you. Okay? So I'll just kind of wait patiently. I don't know what you want. Alrighty, we're going to call it a day. So, thank you everybody for being here. I do appreciate it. Seriously, I want to share with you that there's 65 people in the room right now, and there should be at least 65 questions, and there's not. I'm not going to lie to you. We can show you something But you got to ask questions about it. If you think you're going to take that away, and this might be mean, and somebody might say, well, hell, I'm never going to listen to that Rick Sadler again. Okay, fine. That's cool. That's cool. But if you don't participate, you won't learn to trade. So those that participated, thank you very, very, very much. I appreciate it. Sitting back and waiting for some lightning to zap you in the butt and make you a great trader is not going to happen. It truly is not. So anyway, I just want to share that, and you can. This I think, and I'm not saying this for my because I'm doing it. I'm sitting here. I showed you a killer scan, one of the best out there, and ways to put a stop in. A couple different variations of it. I showed you a different scan for this breakout of the 50 period moving average, using that as a trap. Those that are thinking ahead, oh, I can do that with other major moving averages too. Yes, you can. Okay? If you don't participate, you will not. Well, no, you might. But you won't grow in trading as fast as the person that participates, okay? All right. Anyway, I'm out of here. Ed, thanks so very much. I think this was a killer webinar, whether somebody else thought it was or not just because I did it. Believe me, I do horrible webinars. I think the tools that we have that I just shared were smoking hot. We'll see everybody later, okay? Take care. I think Ed's going to hang out in the room for a bit. We'll see you. Bye, guys.